feels very natural for me. Having things this close to my lips.
Sick.
Circular things that close to your lips make you feel home.
Mm-hmm.
Does Samantha know?
That's why I married her.
Because she can keep secrets.
She has a circular thing.
That's awesome. So, do you want to get into the fight first, or what?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't watch it, so you're gonna have to.
Total madness.
Well, that's
You're gonna have to get into it. But let me go around the table. We got Danny, Justin,
Yep.
Chun.
Yo.
Sweet. Now that everybody's introduced,
Yeah.
let's talk about dudes killing dudes.
Yeah. It almost happened.
Did it?
No.
Oh,
There were so many crazy fights though. The Derek Lewis Volkov fight. Volkov is this huge, like, I can't remember exactly how tall. Very tall. Just sticking him the whole time. 3 rounds. 3 rounds of just him in his face.
Mm-hmm.
And Derek Lewis trying to blow back. Didn't happen. The last 10 seconds of the fight, Derek Lewis uncorks his fucking bomb, knocks him down, hits him once on the ground, completely out. 10 seconds. So nuts.
first UFC fight I ever saw. Asian dude got his head smashed, and his head actually changed shape.
That's
one of the only ones I've ever watched all the way through. That's all I remember. He had long blonde hair, and his head got fucked up.
It sounds like he can probably identify as a rock. So.
I mean, you're already the shape, so
Yeah. Did you watch it too, Chun?
Yeah.
You
I
did?
was there for it.
At Danny's?
Yeah. Well, we all live
We live
together.
together.
Oh, that's right. I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Haven't
I
you
forgot.
been, have you been to a party at our
Twice.
house? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's on me.
We have a unique lifestyle.
I have a great lifestyle.
Living with roommates, married. It's awesome though.
Well, yeah, I sort of know what
You
that's
know
like.
what that's like. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it so long as everybody's chill.
No, it's all good. Everybody chips in. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Little community.
It's great. And you have like a little thing, but let's keep it on fight and then we'll get to the
Oh,
other
yeah,
little
sorry.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So the McGregor Khabib, I thought it could go one of two ways, and honestly, Connor's striking, which I thought was going to really kind of take over at some point.
I thought there was only two options and the one other one.
Well, Khabib stood with him, which is like what he should not have done. He started out immediately like they traded for a little bit, and then he got taken down pretty quick, and there was nothing. He was wrapping. He had this leg triangle. He was wrapping up Connor's ankles, and it was like you can't move. He just smothers you, just wraps you up.
He's a good wrestler.
Oh yeah. He's like, I mean, Cormier talks about how in camp they bring in like all-star and Olympic wrestlers, and he just throws them around.
Right.
So crazy.
I was listening to Michael Bisping on a podcast this morning, and that's what he was talking about. Was dudes wrestling is like unbeatable.
He literally wrestled bears. There's videos of him wrestling a fucking bear. He's Russian. He's
Russian.
Okay,
Okay, that
white
makes
people.
sense. Yeah, that's all they have over there. They kill everybody else and just keep bears around.
They're the only ones that can survive. But yeah, so the fight kept going, and they honestly, Khabib stood with him for a while, and Connor's striking just wasn't there. He got taken down. He didn't even get choked out. He got wrapped up around the jaw and just crushed. He just put the squeeze on a dude. He was like, my jaw's about to get ripped off. It was tough to watch. But fight's over. Khabib you could tell he's still pissed. Like Connor really got under his skin. Like that dude is not like a.
Well, the bus incident, I feel like this is.
Oh yeah.
See, I thought
That's the
Khabib was
start.
going to win because he was more pissed.
Fired up.
He was fired up.
He's
he
an
had more of a
animal.
reason to want to kill him. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a show to Connor. Like he's just trying to sell the fight, but when he got in there, Khabib did not feel that
well,
way.
I did. Okay, so that's all I've seen is the Instagram highlights.
Yeah.
I checked Instagram first thing this morning because I was like, well, that's where I'm going to see who won. And instead of showing the fucking end of the fight, all it was him leaping over that thing.
Yeah.
Now, he's a bit stupid because
Very
he jumped
stupid.
into a pit of basically pit bull men.
Yeah.
And did you see?
He's not scared.
Oh, he wasn't scared, but he got the shit hit out of him probably more.
I didn't really get to see like the close up of him jumping, like because I know he went straight for Dylan Danis and like tried to, which is Connor's teammate. And then immediately people joined him, and then someone jumped. One of Khabib's trainers jumped into the fucking ring and hit Connor. And just like landed on him.
Yep.
Which is, I mean, it's almost like it was set up like this to push another Connor fight because it's like.
Well, come on.
If you believe in deep conspiracy, it's like you get this Russian guy. Everybody hates the Russians right now. It's like perfect lined up for like an American villain.
Yeah.
He gets And then he goes crazy at the end. And it's like, okay, now we can just do Conor and the next runner-up and still make money. And Khabib's out of the picture because he doesn't sell pay-per-views.
Have you guys seen any of the background on McGregor and Khabib?
Like leading up to this?
It's a bunch of weird stuff. Like
I know Khabib attacked one of his guys, right?
Well, there was that, but there's a lot of other weird stuff that's been brought up. Like his benefactor, I think, is in jail right now. The dude in Khabib's camp, it's called like Eagle Fighting or something. And he's this Russian billionaire, and there's some shady shit going on.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's in jail. And McGregor, like, he brought it all up in the in some of the conferences. And I watched a video, and this guy dove in to all the stuff that he had said. And there's a whole bunch of shady stuff going on.
So he actually wanted to kill Conor. It sounds like.
I mean,
well, Conor brought up it was his manager. Or there's another his manager. He
Something
got caught.
about his
He got pulled
dad,
off
too.
a plane.
He
got pulled off a plane with like 5 passports. Like it was not a relaxed crime. And he's like, how is he even allowed in this country? But I don't know. That's just crazy.
Well, I mean, Conor straight up committed a felony, and he was just in this country 2
Yeah,
nights ago.
exactly.
So
Yeah, it's very true.
when you're a billionaire and everybody loves you, you can do what you want.
That's right. That's true. $100 million in the bank. But I mean, it says something about that dude. Even if he got in there and got whooped, I mean, because he pretty much did. But he got in there for like $3 million, and he made $100 million in the Floyd fight. It's like he's just doing it because he loves it. He doesn't need the money. It's pretty amazing.
Well, that's 100% true. But I think the next one's either him and Diaz round 3 or Khabib round 2. Right?
I would say Khabib, probably.
You think Khabib?
Yeah,
I
the
think
stage
he's
is really
suspended.
set for it
Well,
now.
that's true.
The drama.
Yeah,
Totally.
It was a lot of
suspended
drama.
though.
Who? Khabib?
For jumping out of
Fuck
the
it.
ring
He'll
like
get
that?
suspended like Conor got suspended.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I would
Pay us
He's
$20
not
million.
the golden boy.
Well,
They might make an example.
but he's attached to the Golden Boy now.
That's true.
I mean, he's attached to the.
and guess
the
what?
story.
This one now is the next one's going to be even more because he did the retaliation after the fight. He did apologize though, so maybe
he kind of apologized. He was like, he was
I'm
like,
sorry, fuck you.
and he kept saying, he was like, why does everybody want to talk about me jumping out of the ring? We're like, dude, it just happened. That's why.
it actually happened after you won, so it's like that's what's fresh on everyone.
Did he even get the winner? Blah blah blah.
No.
They didn't even do that
No,
part yet.
no, they shut it
Oh my
down.
God.
They didn't have the belt there. He just fucking announced it and then like walked away like he was.
You could
it was
barely
really
hear.
weird.
You could barely hear Dana White like right when it was all going down, and he was like, "I need my belt." Khabib was, and Dana was like, "If I give you that belt, it's gonna go fucking crazy in here. We're not doing that.
Yeah,
You're gonna be
like
lucky if you get to the
throwing
room."
shit in the ring.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
and they did throw shit at him when they escorted him
leaving?
out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
drinks dumped on him. And shit. It was nuts. It's like it really supports simulation theory for the universe. It's like
Right.
this shit is not natural.
This
It
is
just
not
doesn't.
nat-
It was like perfectly planned.
And day by day, we're slowly losing our grip more and more. Like shit's getting weirder and weirder.
Elon Musk just got dropped off a Tesla. He's going to become the world's first supervillain. Well, I guess not the world's first supervillain, but he's going to become
the first
the guy.
true supervillain.
He's going to have a jetpack. He's going to be flying over the country just dropping bombs. I don't know.
I mean, he could already do that.
that's true.
That's not even something that he would just be like, duh, did you see his thing on Rogan?
exactly.
He's so fucking smart, he couldn't understand that other people can't understand how easy it is for him to do shit. What? I mean, you want a hole, you just dig a hole. What the fuck? No one can just dig a fucking hole. Not that big, under
They
buildings.
can't excavate LA. It's just.
They gave
Yeah,
you
he
the-
was like, yeah, I could make a jet propulsion plane with air jets. He's like,
Yeah.
much more efficient. He's like,
yeah.
but why? He's like, so you can make that? He's like, oh yeah, no idea.
Yeah.
He's like, just give me a week and like 10 people. I'll give you a jet. Completely new technology.
Oh my God. So you think Tesla's going to go under now?
I don't know. I think he'll probably form a new company if I had to guess.
Well, he has like 90 already, so.
My guess is just a weed distributing company.
What, go under because he had to step down?
not
Yeah, well,
not a weed company.
something like that.
Turned him out. Rogan turned him out.
They boxed him out or he had to step down. I can't remember.
But he came to some type of agreement, and I didn't look into the details.
I know he doesn't control his social media now.
I don't know about that, but about Tesla, he had to step down as chairman. But I feel like it was a deal he made to pursue,
Maybe SpaceX.
other ambitions or something.
'Cause,
Yeah, I would imagine.
He just released plans to get people around the moon and in a spacecraft by 2025.
Is that a completely different entity? SpaceX?
No,
Yeah,
SpaceX.
part of Tesla.
No, SpaceX and Tesla are two different.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I mean,
he
it's
still
all
has
under
control
Elon
over
Musk.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably he's like, I don't care about these cars anymore.
Well, I mean, that
Gotta go
shit
to
can
the
run
moon.
itself so long as he can get enough people to manufacture the fucking thing.
true.
It's like a 2-year wait right now.
Dude, that is so crazy.
You get a fucking Tesla car, you're waiting 2 years just to drive the fucking thing.
And they're putting them
Worth
out
it.
so quick that some of them are
Worth
fucking
it.
failing
Yeah,
out.
my uncle
I
had
don't
the
give a fuck.
SUV.
Fail all you want, they'll fix it.
Mm.
Huh? The SUV?
Yeah, but he got rid of it because he said his kids were complaining that everybody thought they were rich because the back doors are kind of extravagant on the one he had. They
Are
like
the gold
lift
wing?
straight up.
They lift
Yeah.
straight up, yeah.
He sold
And,
the car because everyone thought he was rich.
He didn't like it.
He didn't like people thinking he was rich.
No.
That's awesome.
That's
That's
gas station on Main.
No. This is
that's pretty humble, man.
this guy's in L.A.
Because
Yeah.
if I had a fucking Tesla SUV with gold wing doors, y'all gonna suck on my dick.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you think I'm rich.
Like, you damn right I'm
Like I worked my ass off for this baller ass car. What you are is jealous.
Listen
Fuck
to me
you.
zip away.
Yeah.
You hear me start.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear it start? That's because it's fucking awesome.
Perfect robbery car.
Perfect.
Yeah. Plenty of room for storage.
Get it matte black everything.
Yeah.
Just park in the dark. Wait. No one can hear it
It's
running.
just like
You guys hear like an oven on? Is that a microwave?
Sounds like an ominous hum.
So you dudes two live together.
we do. Same bed.
No, separate beds,
Separate
separate rooms.
beds,
separate
kind of
bed.
old school.
But they connect, right?
Have you ever seen Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory?
Which
It's like
one?
an open room with like everyone's bed in there. Like Small Jack in the corner. Just wait for that golden ticket, baby.
single story living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
Grandpa Drew hasn't walked in 10 years, but he's going to try it now.
So we can get to the woodworking part first if you
Sure.
want to.
Yeah.
Dude, that's yeah. So Danny, did y'all do it together or was it whose idea was it?
Okay, so it kind of just came together. I guess I would say naturally. Like Danny had built a table for Samantha back when y'all were living in Memphis, and I visited him out there when I was still in college. And I think you were about to move back because I was like, "Man, I like this table," and you said you were like, "I'm selling it," blah blah blah. And then I wanted to make a table in Fayetteville when I moved into a house after college. And I called him. I was like, "Hey, can you give me some like pointers? I don't really know what I'm doing." And he was like, "Man, I'll just come down. Like, let's build this thing together." So I got all the wood and everything, and a few hand tools, and we slapped this fucking shitty table together. Dude, it honestly sucked, and we still have it though. It's a table out back.
That's what you put in your fucking warehouse one day when you get upgraded.
Yeah.
honestly, I love it.
But we put that together, and then, I mean, this was like 2 or 3 years ago. It was a while ago. And then it kind of was just quiet for a while. And then we were talking about me moving back to Little Rock and us all living together. And pretty quick after moving in, we started just working on little projects. And then had a few house parties, and people would always talk to us about, different stuff we had made. And we were just like, man, we should just keep this rolling because people were starting to ask us like, hey, can you make something for us? Or like, we like this thing you have, but, to fit in our space, it's got to be, they would kind of ask us to build something that suited their space. So custom furniture pretty much. And it's just been rolling since then.
Yeah. And y'all picked up pretty quick.
It's fun, man.
Not going to lie. It's been awesome to watch because, you guys are my buddies and I always champion my friends. But it's been quick.
It's been
Like
wild.
I've watched all the little, we built this thing. Oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
Give it like a couple months later. We built this thing. Now it's like every other fucking day you're cranking out some custom, putting stitches and splits in wood. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Some bow tie action. Yeah, man, it's fun. Honestly, like the more orders come in, the more we get to practice. So
Yeah,
it's
of
just
course.
been like getting better, and we gotten to do some like smaller stuff and kind of like some cutting boards and stuff. We got some in like domestic downtown or in the Heights and stuff.
Yeah.
But we're kind of finally finding through building the custom furniture and just keeping working on stuff that we like. We're finding like our style in a way, and we both have like a
course.
really different style, but I think they mesh pretty good. And we work pretty good as a team.
I think it takes like 5 years to find your own voice.
Smooth.
Yeah, to get it where it's like a thing and everybody sees the work. Like, oh, that's
right.
What's the name of it? What's your company?
Harrington and Meyer Woodworks.
Harrington and Meyer. I love the logo. Did you do that?
Yeah.
You design it?
Yep.
It's good.
H.
Mm-hmm. It's good, man. It's awesome. I like woodworking too, but on a very much smaller scale.
Well,
Who did this table?
Me.
I'm
yeah.
with it. I like it.
Yeah, it's very rustic, and I knew it was going to get drinks spilled on it, beat up. So like,
perfect.
Anybody else would have took the lumber and planed it and made this one smooth surface. But I actually kind of like it for this because like I have like all these different things, and these make like little channeled grooves for shit to just kind of like, okay, you're in this groove, and who the fuck's writing on a podcast table anyway?
Sure. And well, I mean, the most important thing, it works.
It works
Yeah,
great.
it's solid.
Totally works.
Looks awesome. It's heavy.
Awesome.
Yeah. It's made out of an old bunk bed that I built for when Justin lived here.
and John. Oh my God.
And just some lumber
I'm
from
surprised
my
we can't
job.
smell it.
Oh, you can.
Oh yeah, get
Yeah.
close.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
just got to get close. That dude stinks still ingrained in the
Oh,
wood.
Just smell John's mustache. Jesus.
So are there any aspirations to take this as like #1 gig? Is that the goal?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what we both talked about is like we've done a bunch of different things, and every time it leaves something lacking. And how my brain works, especially, is like I have to have something new in front of me all the time. It's like a new challenge. It has
Same
to be
here.
active,
Yeah.
or else I get crazy.
I
But
feel you.
and it makes. I mean, woodworking is an endless process. You can go as deep as you want to go
Forever.
Yeah,
There's no end to how crazy you can do it.
right.
Yeah.
But honestly, what I've been focusing on, at least me specifically, is doing some bigger stuff. Like I've just got a job remodeling houses, so I'm like
I
figuring out how to
saw
make
that.
big stuff.
The staircase.
Yeah, it's
Very
been,
cool.
It's been interesting.
Did y'all tread that with just regular stair treads or
There's
oak?
like pine skirts, and then
Mhm.
there's like red oak stair
Red oak
treads.
stair
Yeah, I
treads.
think they
Sweet.
prefab those.
You're right in my wheelhouse with that
I
shit.
know, man.
I was
see the
like, oh
tall guys
shit,
in there.
yeah. Oh, we do staircases too.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
really.
Yeah, they want like the same hardwood on
Yeah,
the
yeah,
staircase. Even though I feel like it looks tacky, but whatever.
Sometimes.
It's what they want.
Yeah,
Just get what you want.
people are dumb. That's
You're
what you
paying
find out really
200
quick when
You're
you do
paying
custom stuff.
$200,000 for it. You can have whatever you want.
Exactly.
What do you build houses?
Construction. I do
Okay.
flooring mostly. But,
Okay.
I mean, I could do anything in a house. I've
Oh,
been
really?
doing it since I was 14. So
Okay.
just around, for so long, you just pick up little bits of everything. Like I built this in my spare time at work.
Yeah.
Like on my lunch break or when there weren't customers in the building. It was just like, I just go throw this together.
Yeah, man.
Do you guys have a pretty big shop or like a warehouse or something?
It's a warehouse.
Okay.
It's not big. Like it has a forklift in there, but it's like you can barely turn it around inside of it.
Just houses, tools, and material.
Yeah, materials but really the tools basically stay with the installers. So sometimes tools if they're like
Oh.
switching out between vehicles or something, but
Stays on the work truck pretty much.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they're all subconscious. So is there have you guys? I got so many questions. I love fucking wood stuff, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
love that. Actually, when to kind of go into the music part of it, which we'll get to in a little bit, but whenever I was kind of in between things, like my band had broke up and I was just like floating, not knowing what the fuck I wanted to do. I actually the music shed was a
Yeah.
little wood shed for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
and I was just making like picture frames. I love making picture frames and shit, and like redoing and like resurfacing old furniture.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's,
so-
I love that too.
I did like a chair and like a cabinet thing. It's not a filing cabinet. I don't really know what you'd classify it as, but just like a set of drawers,
Honestly,
like a
that's
nightstand.
I feel like
Drawers
chairs
are
are
hard.
pretty tough too.
tough. Chairs are tough.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was just refinishing. I wasn't like building. I didn't have all the tools you need to
Right.
build.
That's the tough part, man.
That's
Yeah.
really the getting started, having tools. When we worked out of the garage for a while,
Sucked
just
ass.
like
Oh yeah, no, I remember it
cheap-ass
was like a
table saw
table
and
saw, a chop saw, and like a drill
yeah,
and a sander.
Pretty,
I mean, you can make it work, but it's.
yeah,
I hate that feeling of like you got it done and it's okay and everything, but it could be better.
With $600 in this one tool, I could have had it perfect.
Man, like $6,000 a lot of the time.
I'm
Yeah.
saying like, well, like a planer,
yeah,
like that's a big one.
dude,
I know a
That's big
planer's a
one.
great one.
Planer. We've been struggling with his joiners, but
I actually have a friend who I think is going to purchase one of those tree cutting devices where you can cut through the
mill?
tree.
Hell yeah.
man.
And I'm just
slab
like,
'em up.
make them slabs. I was like, you call me, bitch.
Dude, that's what I've been.
I'm
that's what
coming
I've been-
out.
I'm trying to get a chainsaw mill
Yes.
together. Because
Is
you
that
can,
Alaskan
Dude, we
mill?
can make that shit.
Oh my god,
on, dude.
You can just slab them up. Just put some legs
We
on.
can
it, boy.
make that, dude. It can't be that fucking
But-
hard.
Well, but you still got to have a kiln, especially in
Yes.
the
That is the
South.
real
Yes,
problem.
that's the hard
Too
part.
Because it
much
will not-
humidity out here.
That's
Yeah.
what the dude at there's this awesome place in Fayetteville called Second Life
I think it's just called Second Life.
And they do all
Reclaim.
like, slab stuff. They get them
It's
from
all
people.
slabs.
Yeah, it's
Really?
Hell
oh
yeah.
yeah, and some of them are huge, like conference table, 30 feet long. Like
Fuck, dude, like
yeah,
sequoias,
one that's
bro.
just a cool wall. It was. I think it was a big white oak, but he does all of the. They do all the milling out there, and it's all from like fallen trees that are already fallen, I think, or
Okay,
trees
so they're
that,
not ruining.
No,
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 it's
from
not. That's cool.
Yeah.
he has a
Natural.
relationship with like the dudes that go around and cut trees in people's yards. Basically.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. So he's just like, hey, I'll come pick it up. And
Fuck
you
yeah.
open it up, and it's like the most beautiful thing you've ever seen. Just
Yeah.
vaulting and all kinds of crazy, dude. You if you're ever up there, it's worth. They have a showroom.
No, next time I'm up there, I'll just call you and be like, "Where is this place?"
The main woodworker up there is this dude. Man, I can't remember his name, but he's from Britain, and he used to do carpentry on old ships, or maybe he built the ships. I can't remember, but he knows a bunch of old style joinery. And if you really look at the pieces from this shop, they are super old school and super well done, and it's all done like I've seen their shop. They have some equipment to like mill the wood to get it square and flush and everything, but after that, I mean, it seems like it's a lot of hand tools,
chisels and planers.
super old school. Yeah.
I don't. No, I don't
next
think my
level,
skill.
man.
Yeah, that's like 30
level.
years from now. I've been
Yeah.
doing it forever, and really now you're just doing it for the challenge.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever? Have you guys started contacting places to sell your stuff, like local shops?
Yeah, I talked to this one eclectic market, the Painted Tree, and
Oh yeah, we got one right down the road.
yeah, we just pretty much talked about. I mean, they essentially have like vendor space.
Yes,
So
vendor
you-
spaces. Yeah, like
And,
a antique mall.
mhm. And I just found out the rates and everything, but what we would like to do, what we've talked about doing, is getting together and coming up with a design that is like, from both of us essentially, that we
Right.
both work on and both construct. Because so far, a lot of this stuff has been the customer already knew what they wanted.
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
just
yeah,
told
yeah.
it to us, and we made it happen. But we would like to get some of our original ideas and make them, and then have them showcase and see if people like them. But just getting held up with, I mean, still having to work, a regular day job, being limited with the equipment we have available. And it's just, it can be tough to get it rolling with something like that, because there's just so much startup capital you need to have access to everything, where you can just make your ideas,
Right, a reality.
Yeah.
It's like Elon Musk is like, there's no shortage of ideas. It's just like the time
It's
and
time.
the money.
I
That's
just
funny.
literally said last night, because I got home super late, worked all fucking day, pulled a 12-hour day working, and I was just like, I would just wish I didn't have to sleep. I wish sleep
would be
wasn't an
nice.
option. You know,
Boy, do I love it.
I hate sleeping, because I'm even in my sleep I'm doing shit.
Mm.
It's like that Mitch Hedberg joke where it's like I had to fucking build a go-kart with my ex-landlord. Like my fucking, I'm never not doing shit.
Yeah. I'm usually sweating.
I actually have
While
like
I'm asleep.
restless leg in my sleep. Like my feet
Really?
walk around and shit. I've kicked my wife before. Like
We
I
were,
woke
we were supposed
up
to be-
one morning with my fist in the wall.
Jesus.
Oh my god! In the wall.
In the wall.
That's not healthy.
No.
Well, I swung. I
swung.
I swung
Yeah.
at something and fucking my hand was in, but I remained asleep.
Good God.
Yeah. So my brain just doesn't shut off is what I'm trying to say.
We were supposed to do Sober October. And
Y'all were going to do
apparently-
that?
Well, we did it for like 3
Yeah.
days, 3 or 4 days.
Hey,
Then we had a long, deep talk. We were like,
Well, okay, so Danny came to me in the morning. He was like, "Hey, man, I've been thinking about this, and we got weddings to go to, and we got the fight, and blah blah blah." He's like, "Let's just do it next month." And I was like, "Man, I got high as soon as I woke up this morning." He was like, "What the fuck?"
well, I was talking to Samantha. She was like, I'll do it with you too. And we're our other, it's whatever.
No,
We're
fuck
quitters.
this.
Fuck it. Who cares?
I feel like I don't do enough bad shit to necessitate a whole month of not doing bad shit.
Yeah, I hear that.
So it's like, what do you get? I got
Yeah.
what? We have a beer. It's
Man, I wish we had more.
like one something. I mean, we could go to Vino's and finish this up.
Sweet Jesus. Oh wait, the reason I brought that up though is because I from Rogan's podcast and stuff, they were saying that once you especially smoking a lot of weed, when you go sober October, your dreams get really vivid.
Yeah.
You stop suppressing them too, so
Really?
because the THC,
Weed's like a mild SSRI. Yeah.
you don't
Really?
produce as much DMT and shit in your brain, so you don't hit REM sleep.
Yeah, you never actually get
Yeah.
there. But then when you get it, when you're not smoking, there's a flood of it.
Right.
There's
If you're familiar,
there's
that's
a
how
shortcut.
A lot of pills work.
You
They
can-
just kind of block everything until you stop taking it, and then all of a sudden, that's why people
The
get really
floodgates are
depressed.
open. Like,
that's
that's gotta go somewhere,
Like when you
all
get
those
off of an
chemicals.
antidepressant, then you get really depressed because you
Yeah.
quit cold turkey. It's kind of the same effect.
I used to have a bad problem with pills actually for a
Did you?
long time. Yeah.
I mean, if you want to have dreams and smoke, just take some Chantix.
No,
Shit's a
Jesus
it's a
Christ,
wild
dude.
ride.
You wake up on top of a building looking
I mean,
down.
the side effects it says wild dreams. It's not like you're gonna have lucid dreams or vivid dreams. No, it specifically says wild dreams.
like in the wild,
Like, yeah.
strictly forest dreams.
I don't know. Like, no, they're gonna be super intense. They'll be like, okay,
Okay. What are you trying
Sure.
to say to me?
What is
Hey, my
Chantix?
wife's here.
What's up,
it's
Candy?
the
What
shit
up?
that to help you stop
Bitch.
smoking. Cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And
Hey,
it's,
so-
it does some shit in your brain to because you can get like seizures and stuff as like the side effects.
Jesus.
Yeah, but it's some trippy ass dreams.
Mixed drink. Y'all want a mixed drink?
I'm
Another
down.
Beer would be great if there's.
I don't have. That's it.
I'll take it.
Well, I'm
Boy,
sorry.
you got to get you 30 pack on. Sunday.
Golly,
Around
I
here, you
can't
can't get
believe
no
it.
beer on Sunday. Oh.
Steal
Oh.
it. Go to the gas.
Yeah, stealing is
if one of
always
y'all's willing to like just go rob a gas station real quick,
You have any, like,
I mean, it's use the old
masks?
prison wallet. You can get at least a couple, right?
poop shoot them. So
This beer tastes like
Do you
shit.
want
No, I'm all right.
you want
I'll
one?
take one.
All right, two mixed drinks. Thanks, bitch.
Thank you.
I'm just kidding.
Dan, how much beer you got left in there?
You can't have my beer, dude.
I'm just saying, you don't seem. I'm super thirsty.
It's like half.
He's
but
got
it's for
that
me.
whole half gallon of
Yeah. I'm gonna pass
That's
on that.
disgusting. So fucking nasty.
So it's the Croy.
Water would be good. Yeah.
But so anyway, so you guys are doing woodworking and
Yeah.
it's trying to become full time.
Yeah.
What's the biggest hold up? Is it space or is it just the tools like you were saying?
I'd say time.
Time?
Yeah, time.
You just really don't have enough time.
I mean, like we both have. I have to be at work at 7:00. He has to be at work at what 8.
Depends on the day, but yeah,
Right.
usually
In the
and we're
morning?
there
Yeah.
till
We're talking about the
we're there till 3 or 5. You
Right.
know, it's you get off. It's like, okay, I'm gonna take like 5 minutes. You try to squeeze
Right.
in like going to play basketball or working out or
Mhm.
something, going on a run. But it just sucks all your time
So
out.
yeah. And then by the time you're like, hey, I could go do this, sand this thing I'm working on.
Right.
It's like fucking 8:00 at night, and you're
Right.
like, damn, I gotta wake up and do this all over again, and maybe I
Yeah.
won't sand tonight.
And our shop closes at 8, so it's like,
Yeah, that sucks. We need our own space.
Oh, y'all moved out of the carport?
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we're working at a place called the Innovation Hub. It's downtown in Argentina.
Yeah.
Man. It's like a huge community workspace. They have like
Mhm.
a full pottery studio, like 3D printers,
I'm
laser
actually-
etching.
I'm
all
actually
kinds
in
of shit.
talks with a dude to set up a media building like that same kind of thing, but with this
What?
kind of shit.
Oh my god.
I'm actually going to donate this, and maybe we're going to be moving spaces because I kind of want to grow the podcast and get like bigger names because I have good connections. I
Yeah.
can get like some decent
Yeah.
names on here, but you can't. I can't be like, hey, Spencer from Under Oath, come to my house. Shit's not gonna fly. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't know, man.
It's
That
not
kinda
gonna
is
be
how
weird at
everybody
all.
started it out.
Well, it's how you
When you
start,
talk
but
about-
if you're
even
gonna
Rogan.
grow, you got to go to a place, man. You got to have a spot.
It's very true.
Yeah, because the people who have it in their house that are big are, they're fucking celebrities already. So really,
Yeah.
what does it matter? But
It's interesting though whenever you put like on the same topic of not not seeing the growth like you want. It's like it usually is like the law of equal exchange. Like how much faith are you willing to put in this? Like how
That's it.
far out on the wire are you willing to go? And like whenever you do those big sacrificial things, it usually turns out to be
almost
an
always,
equal,
man, the
yeah.
universe will pay you back.
Yeah, man.
It'll fucking give you back, and it takes the time though. That's why I'm like, this is a slow roast, man. I mean, same thing with you guys. Like
Yeah,
my
I'm not in a hurry.
podcast is y'all's woodworking thing. Like this is a long
Yeah.
burn, man.
Yeah.
So I have episodes that I've uploaded 4 people listen to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4.
You just got to keep grinding.
You just got to keep grinding. It's like, no, I don't care about the numbers
Right.
because numbers right now don't mean jack shit.
Right.
For one, no one's fucking paying me.
Right.
Like,
This is just for fun.
I hope in like 3 years, instead of like, coming in here and talking about wood stuff, it's like you're paying me like money to be like, all right, sponsors today are
Right, exactly.
such and such, Yeah.
man.
That would be fucking phenomenal. That is the goal.
Yeah.
This is the first thing I've done. I don't know if you feel the same way about your woodworking, but this is the first. I got the bug. You remember Nathan Forsyth?
Yeah.
We did his podcast.
Okay.
And me and Justin did it.
Where, in Florida? Or?
No, he came here. He was in town
Sweet.
a few months back this year, and for his high school reunion.
Yeah.
And he was like, do an episode with me, and we got pretty dark. We talked about the dust and stuff, and I was hooked. We did it out there in the shed, and he brought like a hookah, and there was like beers and shit, and I was like, this is fucking awesome, dude. For the first time ever, Danny, I don't know. Chun, you play music, don't you?
No,
you don't. I was like, this does the same thing that playing music does. Yeah. This is the first viable option I've ever had since I've started playing music. If something happened, I don't want to like jinx myself, you know, but if anything ever, like bands broke up and I'm just too fucking old, I can keep doing this. Don't say that shit.
That's my life.
Yeah.
Fear of losing fingers.
Well, I'd fuck with saws all day too, man. Just in a different capacity.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying. It's like the artistic outpouring.
So woodwork,
it finds a place.
It's creative, man.
Oh, totally.
And that's why I like woodworking too.
Yeah.
Like I built this table, but if you go to my shop down the road, there's a table, our centerpiece table where we show customers everything. I built that too.
Nice.
It's cool. It's like a 12 by 10. It's got those big pine slats. They're huge pine slats that go all the way down it. And I flamethrowered the whole table.
Oh, yeah.
And then did a gray stain over it.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Honestly, that's what our table outside looks like. It's been in the sun. It's just turned gray. We Shoshigi bond it. I mean, I love using that kind of stuff. Like Shoshigi bond is, for people that don't know, it's like you char the outside and it truly seals the wood. You wire brush it off and it looks absolutely, it gives it a completely different look and it like seals it in so you can leave it outside. It's no big deal.
So how much time and preparation are you putting into each project? Are you learning stuff? I know you're learning as you're going, but like if somebody's like, this is the worst thing in my industry because when it comes to flooring, a lot of that stuff only exists in one place. So people will see it and they're like, I want this. And it's like, do you understand how fucking hard that's going to be to fucking find? Now, yours guys' industry is a little bit different because it's like, can you do this? And it's like, I don't know if I'm a master craftsman yet. So, you know, are you getting the Pinterest customers with the, oh my God, this is so pretty. Can you please do this? And you're like, fuck, Chun, we have to figure this out. Like how, Chun will ask you like, what's the amount of research putting into some of this crazy shit y'all been doing?
I mean, I've gone pretty deep, honestly.
Really?
I've taken a couple classes and, I mean, there's this one magazine, Find Woodworking, and I've actually gone there for a lot of different methods for construction. I like most of the pieces I work on. I don't think a lot like how can I make it aesthetic. I'm more concerned with structurally making it, you know, very rigid and strong and stable, and the pretty aspect of it is kind of a secondary thing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Sorry, wife walked back in.
Drinks.
Do you have any?
Yeah. So sorry to follow up on the question though. Most of the stuff I've looked into has been for a construction how it'll go together mechanically.
Oh right. Oh okay. Right.
As opposed to like looking at designs for aesthetic ideas or anything like that.
Right.
It's all about joinery and.
So you're looking at the longevity of the piece. Like,
yeah, and there's a style I want to pursue where I don't really like fasteners. Like I don't like using screws or nails.
So you're like dovetails, all that kind of stuff.
That kind of stuff, yes. I don't think I've cut any dovetails that have gone into any pieces, but a lot of mortise and tenons have been coming around, and just different stuff like that.
Like 45.
Those benches.
Yeah, the bench you use the 45 degree.
Yeah,
spline in the middle. It's awesome.
Yeah, these waterfall benches I worked on. It kind of just looks like a single piece of wood that does a 90-degree turn at the end for the legs.
Yeah. And
to make them.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
The waterfalls on the sides there, or yes.
Yeah. And to do that, you had to cut out these slots and orient the grain and just do a lot of different structural design components that I wasn't aware of.
Right.
I had seen it before, and kind of thought, well, maybe it's this way, and then actually doing it and finding out other methods that are used. Like for this one, I used a what is it called? It's like a splined miter joint.
Wow.
Which is where you essentially cut out a slot perpendicular to the 45 degree. I might be losing some people here, but
no, it's fine, dude. This is cool. I love the technical shit.
Yeah, so you cut a slot, and you cut a slot on each of the 45 degree angles that you are meeting to make your full 90-degree turn to the leg. And when you cut that slot out, you insert just like a little block that you cut yourself, and glue that into place, and it holds the piece together really strong structurally.
Right.
But the interesting thing about looking at these old ways of crafting is a lot of the time they will have an innate aesthetic appeal. So when I bring these pieces together for this build, there's actually a little slot where you can see like a different pattern in the wood. And it's not meant to be pretty, but it is like, a little different than what you would regularly see, just to bring the piece together. So it kind of ends up being aesthetic through the structural design, that really appeals to me.
Oh, me too, man. You're right up my alley with all that stuff. I love that shit. Yeah. Have you gotten to I'm sure you have, where you have to account the what the saw blade takes out and then refinish both sides so they'll match back up evenly with the next set of grains and stuff like that? Oh man.
We've gotten deep.
I love the I don't know what to call it, man. The tedious points of all that stuff.
Man.
You're spending like 3 fucking hours doing what you just said, and you're like, oh, it's together now. Thank God.
Dude, I've never seen someone work as hard on something as he did on this. First of all, the table. It gave him, oh my God.
It was.
We made a table for 70 parsley.
Yeah.
It's like, it looks like a freaking Viking table. It's so awesome. It has like a support beam on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
There's like tusks on either side holding the legs rigid. Really, really cool. But he spent so much time. He would just lay awake at night just thinking about the table. But it turned out perfect.
But how many people you think walk in that fucking house and
A
go,
lot.
oh my God.
Yeah.
She claims everyone, so
It has to be.
pretty excited. Yeah.
If I get compliments on this haggard ass, like half a table, like that I constructed on my off time, I know your guys' work is getting some serious buzz. I love y'all's shit, man. It's fun to watch, dude. It's fun to watch your friends accomplish shit that honestly seemingly came out of fucking nowhere. Like,
Kinda.
I've obviously known Danny a lot longer, and just knowing him, I would have never in fucking you even 3 years ago Danny's gonna be like this woodworking journeyman, like trying to be some sort of hyper craftsman guy, and I'm just like, you're fucking high. I mean, the guy can sing unreal, but woodworking, I don't think that's his calling.
Don't you limit me.
Not trying to. I'm just saying 3 years ago.
No, for sure.
But
It's
now
funny where life, I mean, I feel like from when I was 19 and my life kind of went completely sideways, I've just kind of hung close to the fact is I'm just going to ride this wave. Like whatever presents itself, I truly believe that there's a guiding force that's not going to take me in the wrong direction. So
so don't say no. Just go with it.
In a way, and you get in your head about a lot of different stuff, and I've focused a lot of time on doing so many different things too. That's like, it spreads my efforts very thin. Jack of all trades kind of like, but at the same time, it's all just like an artistic pursuit, which
I'm just trying to find what sticks, man.
Yeah, man. Just do something that is good. Honestly,
my music is finally sticking.
Yeah,
both my bands are doing, decent.
Yeah,
they're both
absolutely
coming up.
And your music's better than ever. I mean, I loved your. Don't get me wrong. I loved your music when I was sitting in the shed 3 years ago, and it's just it's amazing.
When it was a little bit more immature, it had its point. I think we just stayed around long enough. You know,
man.
To where
it was always like fun and good, but now it's like great and also still fun.
Now it's like, oh shit, it means something too. Because if you pay attention to the lyrics, you're like, God, this is soul crushing. I don't like this part.
That's my favorite.
We go somewhere else. Take you on a journey. What journey is it? A sad one.
I did the dumbest thing the other day to show y'all. Oh my God. I played this benefit. It was like for this. Oh God. It's for this girl that I knew from Conway. I didn't know that the benefit was for this until the day of, so it wasn't like it was fresh on my mind. But I was about to start playing a song, and I started out was like, this song's about like death and stuff, and I was kind of just being like goofy, and
Right.
I can't. I have a hard time. My songs are super serious, but in between, I have a very hard time holding true
You're
to that
a pretty
character.
silly guy.
Yeah. But I was like, this song's about death and dying and stuff, and then I started playing, and I realized after the show, it's like, this is for a event for someone who died.
Oh my god.
So just
you fucked up. You fucked up. Well, you haven't been a true frontman for too long. So
no. Well, I mean, I've done it a lot, but talking on stage has always been the big struggle.
banter's the worst. Have you seen me play?
Because you have something that's structured. You like, I can follow this because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Have you seen me do frontman yet?
Yeah.
I don't talk. Yeah, I talk like once, and it's awful.
In the beginning, it was awesome. You introduced when I saw Land Johnny when we played with you guys. That was perfect.
That was so much fun. I want to, before we get into the music thing,
sorry.
I want to ask Chun. So I view woodworking as a total creative move. It's artwork. So what, you don't play music. What was your artistic drive before, or is this the first foray into something creative?
Man, I mean, I would kind of go back to what I was talking about earlier, how I don't see, I mean, I see it as being creative from like how it's going to come together structurally.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, again, in my mind, it's not like, oh, I'm an artist, I'm doing this thing. It's a lot of it is the wood we select. It's already pretty. It already looks good. So, I mean, I just think about how to bring it together structurally. And the other stuff, especially looking into the older methods, the aesthetic part of it just kind of shows through naturally. So I don't put a whole lot of thought into that. It just kind of comes together.
You just trust in the wood and go with it. Your objective is to have a piece of something that you can sell. And
I like the term heirloom pieces. The idea that, you know, whatever we build will last.
Right.
For,
well,
you know, people down the line.
I've seen your work. I agree. It's definitely going to last, man. You can
That's
see
the kind of shit you're gonna have to leave on the side of the road or give it to your kids or something.
Oh no, yeah. When those people y'all give that shit to die, they're gonna be like, oh, what are we gonna do with this fucking table?
Why don't we buy something?
Yeah, dude. That's 100%. Well, it shows in the work too, man. It's like when you hear a good song, when you see something, even if it's not in person, when you see a good, well-built anything, you're just like, it's got that magic. There's some sort of magic in there, man. I don't know if it's just energy y'all put into it that kind of comes out of it, but also y'all do pick really great wood, like quality. You can just tell.
Right, man. Well,
those fucking floating shelves you did, ridiculous. No need to be that ornate and pretty, but
that's true.
because you went the extra mile.
All right.
It'll be there forever.
Yeah.
Those people will probably never get rid of that shit.
And what the funny thing is when you give stuff to most people, they're like, they hear the price and they're like, ah, it's like, you don't understand what you're getting.
Yeah, you
here.
don't.
It's like, and then when they get it, there's no full appreciation of it because they don't really know what it is. But when you take it, like, my favorite thing is I hate sanding because of the tediousness of it. But sitting down, especially maybe smoking a little bit of
Marijuana
right before, and then you sand, and you're just looking at this piece that was crafted under like pressure and like condition for however many years for a tree that needs to be cut down. That's like 100 years. Yeah. So you get in there, and there's like a bug lived right here. This spalting, there's a mold right here where something went through the tree. Like it just tells a complete story, and it's like, and that's you can't do. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff to make it look incredible, but at the end of the day, it's like. It's beautiful as it is.
A lot of times, just leaving it alone and shellacking the beauty.
More, that's what people talk about stain and stuff, and we just like we don't. Unless we're using like pine or something for a cheaper project, we don't want to do that.
You did that wine rack.
Yeah,
that was really pretty.
That wasn't stain though. That was walnut.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was heavy. It was
so
beautiful.
That was beautiful. Fucking awesome. That wasn't stained. Holy shit!
That's the wood, man. See, the stain is like you order stain like dark walnut stain or cherry stain, but cherry is just cherry.
It's
dark
just
walnut
cherry.
is just dark walnut.
Dark walnut.
Really good.
No, I agree. I thought that was stain. That was walnut wood. Okay. Fuck, bro. That shit looks so pretty. I think, Chun, you're a creative guy. You just don't know it, man. Like that's
I don't know.
That's a bold statement. I feel like you view it how I used to view writing songs, man. I didn't think I was creative because I wrote it because I could do it, and I had an endpoint with everything, and I still pretty much do. Like I have, we're gonna write this song. Let's not even leave this room until it's done. Why wait on it? Right. Why sit? Totally. Let's just get it done. You
Right.
know, I still kind of have some of that in me, but for the longest time, I was just like, oh, I'm going to do this because my brain knows how.
Totally.
It just makes sense.
Mhm.
Not necessarily, I don't think I'm creative. And if you listen to my first band, you might think I'm not that creative either.
Who was that? Annabelle? Or?
No, it was before that. It's a band called Zero with an X.
Wait.
Oh boy.
XCRO.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. That's about how much artistic value was probably in that band.
You don't know, man.
I'm just
Our
kidding. I love
font
it.
was very generic, like what's that fucking font? I don't even know, dude. It's
Comic
got like
Sans.
no,
You
no,
fuck.
no. It was some sort of old English. It was terrible.
I mean, my first band, really, I mean, not my first. The first like song that I wrote was
Wasn't
with
terrible.
fucking
I can't-
Todd, and it was like a love song.
It was
awful.
very radio style. Like I can't say it was terrible. I mean, we sold out Vinos on our own one night.
Damn.
We did good. We had a good go of it. You know,
Yeah.
I was just talking on the last episode. We did a showcase show for Sony and Epic Records. Like,
Damn, son.
First man.
yeah, first band.
How old were you?
17.
Damn.
That's wild.
Oh yeah. Well, I said it in the last episode, dude. If you'd asked me back then, there was only one job I had, and that was be a rock star.
Oh yeah.
Like I was going. That's all I was going to do. Fuck everything else. You can't tell me, you know. Like, and now I'm like half a rock star. Like, I work a lot, but on the weekends, woo-wee. And that's only some of them. October 19th, My Hands to War, Vino's Halloween extravaganza come out. $7.
I want to rock and roll all night and part of every day.
Yeah,
one,
no,
like 1 to 3.
It's the
Yeah.
best statement ever made. You talking about role
All right.
models?
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to rock and roll all night, part of every day.
And part of every day.
No, it's party every day.
Yeah, I can't afford that.
Paul Stanley's stick a kiss.
So before we get out into the music stuff, what's the future? What's the future of this woodworking thing, man? We just gonna keep grinding until we see where it goes, or do y'all have like some?
I mean, that's how I see it right now. We have aspirations, but it's like, well, let's see how much clientele we can set up. Let's see if we can really get our own shop sorted out. I mean, there's some boxes we need to check before we make that jump. But that's the
Right.
dream for sure. For me,
Totally,
anyways.
man. You guys trying to get into where you're stamping out stuff, or you want to stay custom only?
I mean, I really like it's the thing about custom work is you are learning how to do it every time, and you like
Yeah.
after you do something once, you're like, I can do this better the next time.
Yeah, but
So
you'll
it's-
never get the chance.
But you don't get a chance
Yeah.
unless you're building that same exact thing anymore, which like never happens
Because
so.
their friends saw it, now they want it.
Yeah, totally. But I think the future too. Like we've got a bunch of different.
Yeah, those cutting boards are
aspirations.
really dope.
Yeah, they're great too.
Stamping those out. I love the one with the thumb
Wait.
hole. Looked like a painting board. That's what I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
it was
Oh,
at
yeah.
first. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, they made a paint board now.
Yeah, that thing was like two inches thick. It was
huge.
crazy.
Yeah, it was nice.
25 pounds.
Beautiful.
That's on sale at Domestic. Go buy it, please.
Y'all got like a Etsy or something?
Yeah.
Plug that shit
And
real quick.
Etsy,
And your
HM
Instagram is fire.
Yeah.
I love your Instagram.
Instagram, HM Woodworks, Etsy. I can't remember if I got the whole.
I think Etsy's Harrington and Meyer.
I think that's right. Harrington and Meyer. And if you search it, you'll be able to find it. We do spoons, cutting boards, like smaller stuff that are really good gifts. And we do also huge custom pieces. We don't have any like tables and
Christmas is
stuff on.
coming
Yeah,
up.
absolutely. It's a cool present.
It's a fucking very cool present.
Yeah.
I like the spoons too. I forgot
They
about
last
the
forever.
spoons. Are you doing those out of a single piece of wood?
Yeah.
So, see?
Yeah. All kinds of different stuff.
Have y'all
Oh, no,
thought about
just keep
making
busy.
shit in the shape of Arkansas? Because you know people around here
They
love that shit.
Just come all over that. I love it. And I don't know. That sounds hard. I'd rather make something like pretty, nice.
Oh man, you just get Chun to glue it all together, and then you just take a fucking bandsaw and then
Yeah,
polish
sure.
it up.
No, it's all good. I think there's plenty of people doing that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right.
But I think too, we love. I mean, for me at least, the bigger the project, the more fun it is, and more rewarding it
Hell
is.
yeah.
And that's why I've gotten into started working on like houses and stuff because I would love to do big custom pieces for houses
Have you guys thought about?
and building houses.
I'm in this world kind of. Have you guys thought about trying to partner up with any holy fucking shit, the name just went straight out of my brain. They help people pick out their house and shit. Designers.
Oh yeah,
Interior designer. Have you ever thought about partnering up with any?
that would be that is a dream.
You got business cards?
Yeah, we do.
Because I know about 7 of them.
No, for real.
Hey, that table at my job, one of them walked in one day. No lie. They walked in and I was just, it was brand new. So it still had that fresh
Looking
look.
good, yeah.
And
This one's been in my wallet for a while. It's kind of rough.
give me a fucking better one. I'm not handing that to a fucking, not these people work on $1 million houses, bro.
Oh, shit. All right, I'll give you some good ones.
I told her as a joke, she was like, "Oh, I love this table. Build me one." And I said, "You can have this one for $1,200." She was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Get the fuck out of here,
I mean,
dude! It costs $200 to make."
Some of the hardwood stuff, just the material is pretty high. Honestly,
She didn't even blink.
Yeah,
She didn't even blink.
I mean that's kind of
That's-
cheap
that's
for a
kinda
really
people we wanna
good
meet.
table.
Yeah. Well,
She thought that was a steal.
I
When
wanna
you
put
said
this
that
out-
price, she's like, "Fuck yeah!"
Well, I want to put this out here because, like,
$5,000 a pocket
I feel
knife.
like this podcast is doing good. Like this is how you help your
Build a
fucking
network,
friends,
man. Yeah,
man. You build
absolutely.
your network, you help your friends, and I've been in this community longer than I've not been in this community. Does that
Right.
make sense?
Yeah.
I've been doing construction longer than I haven't been doing construction
yeah.
at this point. I'm on year 20.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
That's deep.
So I spent the first 14 years of my life being a kid, and then I got a job. You fucks.
That's very Jewish of you.
Yeah.
13 is time to
Even though
work.
my people definitely did not like the Jews.
No, you are very white.
I'm getting a little nervous right now.
My family, both of them came from Germany.
Oh my god.
They left before the war, bro. Shut up.
Good.
Yeah. That got dark.
Sorry.
Damn.
My dad was born in Germany. We're
Really?
related. Yeah.
Military?
No, Nazi.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah, military.
your dad's also my mom's doctor.
That's
One of
right.
them. That's kind of funny.
People helping people.
Yeah, man. I like your
It's in
dad.
a delicate
nice
web
guy.
we weave, not leave.
So, so that's right now. It's just kind of let's see where it goes kind of phase.
Yeah, yeah.
Projects are coming in. We're getting to do a bunch of cool stuff.
Y'all are doing some
Cool.
really awesome shit. I love it.
It's fun, man.
I watch all the videos.
I'm not, and the thing is like, I get in moments where I'm like stressed, like I need to make a living, like me and my
Yeah.
wife having kids, blah, 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 blah. But at the same time, it's like, this is something I just really enjoy.
You gotta live your
So
life,
it's-
dude.
Yeah, man. I'm not,
There's
I don't
no
know.
pressure, man. We
I'm just
put the
having
pressure
fun.
on ourselves.
Yeah,
It's
totally.
all fake.
you know, it's all fake.
It's all fucking
Just need
just.
a little
We did
piece of
that on
land.
purpose. Yeah.
Cut the power lines.
But dude, or
The
you
earth
just
is
build
flat.
you
Yeah,
keep
you know.
building your wood, keep doing your fucking
Start
Yeah.
my cult.
or you just keep chugging along and eventually you guys y'all keep doing this, y'all are definitely gonna fucking blow up. There's no doubt.
Well, and I mean, even if it doesn't become something, I'm gonna keep doing it anyway.
Right.
So
Yeah. I feel you. That's me with this right now. That's me with my bands. I mean, that's a 20-year project of love too.
Yeah,
18
And that's
years.
the kind of,
Sorry.
I mean, that's the kind of thing that you have to stick with is the stuff. It's like, I don't care about
Yeah,
the
dude.
money. I don't care
Yeah.
about, I just like doing it, man.
Well, that's what's great when you don't do it for the money. Eventually the money will be there and then oh shit, now I get to do this for a living.
Yeah.
hell
I'm
yeah.
just doing what I love.
It's the best intent is like to
And
do
seriously-
it out of love and like just the love of the game.
Yeah,
man.
and seriously give me business cards because I will hook
I'll
them
get you
up
some.
with those ladies because they are
You have me in your truck.
they are hungry.
Man,
New truck.
We don't
get
live
you.
that far from each other.
No, I got you.
I'll see you. So I want to get into music a little bit.
Cool.
Danny
Yeah.
has a voice of an actual fucking angel. And I got to play your first show. Was it ever?
My first show
As a
ever,
front
full
man?
band,
Full band.
my music.
Your music.
I did like recitals and like
Okay.
worship music. I mean, I played
Right.
worship bands
Yeah.
for a long time, but
That don't count. This is your
You're right.
thing.
it doesn't.
This was your first foray into being your own dude.
Yeah,
And it was fucking spectacular.
it was so fun. It
So
felt
much
like
fun.
I had a moment, man. It was
Oh,
great.
no, you did.
Yeah, we're still cranking
even-
out shows. It's fun, man.
First show and you got an iconic photo out of it.
True.
From was it Llewellyn? I can't remember his name right
I
now.
can't
Jensen or something.
I can't remember. That sounds right.
Yeah,
I
dope
mean,
ass
isn't it great that
photography.
just people are just kind of there? You just like
Yes.
people have to pay for promotional photos.
I
It's
know.
like there's just a dude there taking pictures.
Well, I think he's up and coming, dude. So he's going to a lot of
I mean,
shows,
they look
grinding
good.
out. Yeah.
I've seen a bunch of stuff.
All he asked for was a little bit of credit. And your name, the band's name's Tribe Alive,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alive.
and y'all have a show.
Shut coming up
Next weekend?
Not this upcoming Tuesday the 9th, but the 16th of October. It'll be at South on Main.
South on Main.
Yep, playing with a couple really cool bands.
Who?
The band that's a national touring act. Oh Lord, give me a second.
Rallor? I've never heard of them. Who's this whole you speak of?
The band is Rome Hero Foxes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they got some national recognition for their last
heard of them,
album.
yeah.
And yeah, they're doing a nationwide tour, so I'm just excited to play for them, man. There's gonna be a lot of people there. Be
Hell
fun.
yeah, there
South
is.
Hall Main is awesome. The drinks are perfect. So
I haven't been there
Tiki
yet.
Tuesday. Oh, you should go. Tiki Tuesday, especially.
Man, look at me, dude.
They just make random tiki drinks.
Random?
Yeah,
So you have to
they
just
make it for you. They say, "What do you want?"
you say what you want, and then they just bring you something else.
Sure.
Hey, I want a scotch on the rocks. You'd be like, this is a pina colada.
Just put a piece of a pineapple hanging out of the scotch on the house. Tiki. Put an umbrella on it.
It's fancy. Shut up.
Yeah, man, it's fun. It's really been interesting being able to hear. It's like hearing something that you've cared about for a long time fully actualized, like with a full band.
Oh, I know.
I always knew that it would be like something that I.
Well, did you put that album out? The one you showed me?
The acoustic album. No. We're still working on.
Oh, okay.
You got a little sneak preview, but
It was
I've got
fucking
enough.
beautiful.
Yeah, I've got enough stuff for a full album, so I think the guitarist Thomas.
Yeah.
He's got a super legit studio. So
I think you fill a void for me, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but
I'll fill a void
y'all
for
have
you.
a very lot
boy.
of almost qualities.
means this in a gay
almost
way.
qualities,
I can see that.
and it's definitely up in that chamber of my brain where I'm like, oh, finally a band that doesn't suck that
It
I can get
dances a
into.
line.
Yes,
Which is
really
interesting
good.
because the acoustic stuff was not as close to like
No.
almost like verging on pop like the
Yes.
but it's not there. It's like what I like about it is it's pretty accessible, but if you really listen, it's like, okay, this is complicated.
It's really accessible, man. It's super fucking good. Everybody I talked to was like, dude, that is great.
It's fun, man. It's a blast. It's like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, the last show I was played at Vino's. I've been going to shows at Vino's since I was like 13, 14 years old. And it was just like I was on the other side of the stage for the first time. And it was
With a decent crowd, too.
yeah, totally.
It was a decent crowd.
Yeah.
It was a great show, actually.
It was awesome.
For a first go, can't ask for a better first go,
Absolutely
really.
not. Justin, after the first song, Justin was like, "That was good."
Okay, mister, been there, done that.
Yeah,
You fucking asshole.
But our favorite part of the evening.
Thanks for
when the lights went off.
poaching my drummer, by the way.
Sorry, dog.
Oh, we get to ask him if this
He's
is
a
him.
share. Oh, yeah, we're not sure if it
I'm
was
not
you or
sure.
not.
Okay, so
Brina.
right before Danny started playing that first show, right when the lights cut, somebody yelled, "Let's fuck." And I could swear I thought it was you, but I don't know.
It was
man.
Justin.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't me. Trust me, if I had said "let's fuck," I would own up to that. It was Justin, though.
hilarious.
He does that shit on our sets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Tagline.
yeah.
Let's
Let's fuck. Yeah.
Lights go out. Only one thing.
Well,
to
it's
do.
kind of like it's especially that kind of set. It is kind of like an intimate thing. You're just there, and you're not playing the kind of music where people are gonna be trying to smash each other's heads in.
No.
It's more of a stand there, watch, kind of maybe tap
Move
your
around.
foot,
Yeah.
kind of dance your hips a little bit.
Sure.
The ladies will love it,
Yeah.
for sure. It's good shit, man.
good.
It's really good shit.
Thanks, man.
and for being a band that was, how many fucking practices did y'all have before this? 3?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fuck you.
I mean, me and Thomas, he recorded like all my shit. But I mean, when you have Justin and like
Or,
Luigi
super
got in
musicians,
there,
yeah.
Luigi got in there and it was like, he was like, "What do I do?" And then I was like, "Oh God, what have I done?" And then he started playing and he was like, I was like, "Do you think you have this last practice?" He's like, "Yeah, I got it." And he got on stage and everyone was like, "Dude, your bassist is awesome." I was like, "What? Are you sure?" He was awesome, dude. He fucking, he sold it.
He killed it, dude.
Yeah,
I know.
He was walking around.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, it was great.
Great
I
night.
think everyone should go listen to Tribe Alive, dude. I had a fucking blast watching
It was pretty dope set.
Yeah.
First thing, and then now you're playing a show. You've played a couple shows since then. Are you doing the thing where you're doing, because I've thought about doing that with Flame Johnny too, where are you doing just you as Tribe Alive and then a band version of Tribe Alive, kind of like
Yep.
Sean Michelle does that too?
Yep. If there's like an opportunity for me to play acoustic at so on the 20th of October, I don't know if anybody does yoga here, but even if you don't, it's like a pretty open
I
class.
think about it,
Yeah.
but I'm a fat fuck, so
That's perfect. You should just go. So on the 20th, I'm playing some of my own stuff and also some like more hippy dippy for my wife's yoga. My wife has a nonprofit called
Yes.
Yoga on the Rock. It's really incredible. It's like a donations based.
She's
class.
incredible.
Dude. She is incredible.
yeah.
That's very true.
Shout out to Samantha Harrington,
Samantha Harrington.
Yeah.
My boo thing.
beautiful lady.
She they're doing an event in Bernie's Garden in South Maine, and I'm going to
Awesome.
be playing acoustic there, and it's going to be following the yoga
off to
flow.
the side.
Yeah.
While they're doing yoga?
Yeah, during the class.
What?
Leading through the class, yeah.
Oh, so you're going to be doing some of that soft, pretty.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. Danny's got a voice like butter. Y'all don't understand. Go see it. South on Main. It's great. I fucking think that, well, you went to school, right?
Yeah, I did. I thought that was how you learned music.
Did it help at all?
Oh, yeah, dude. It made me do everything. And the funny thing
because there's a lot of
like,
people listening, dude. We want to try to inspire people with this thing. So I want to get like, because there's different schools of thought, man. I did not go to any music, anything. The only thing I ever had was friends.
Yeah.
This is how you do that, dummy. Oh, okay.
Here's the thing about school. Here's how to get 4 years of music school
To work for
for
you.
free.
For free. Fail.
What you got to do. I mean, one of the great things is that me and my roommate and friend Ben Bush, we harmonized really well together. So everyone asked us to do their recitals. So like it was like made us get bad grades because we did too many of them. But we'd have to do like, you get up there and you'd be like, okay, you're doing Avenged Sevenfold for this recital. And then you're coming back out and you're going to do a Led Zeppelin song. And then the next recital, you're doing Seven Bridges Road by the Eagles. And you're doing like The City by the 1975. It's like completely contradicting styles. And you just have to figure it out and do it. And you're getting forced that upon you like all the time. So it really stretches you, which was really good. But honestly, if you just got a good band, you toured and played constantly. Yeah. If you force yourself to play constantly, it's basically like music school. And if you just make yourself do styles of music that even you don't like, that you know would be hard to learn, learn flamenco guitar, and then you'll be a fucking badass guitarist.
Right.
It's just go do something that makes you uncomfortable, and it just makes you better. It's just kind of how it is.
Well, it's all about 10,000 hours, man. There's that old adage. Once you get that's what you guys woodworking. That's about 5 years to me, 5 to 10 years. Yep. Once you put your 10,000 hours in, depending on how much you can drill it, you're golden, man.
Yeah.
That's like talking about My Hands to War, dude. We didn't hit our 10,000 hours till we got back together.
Yeah.
And then we crossed that threshold, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Now we know what to do.
Exactly.
Finally.
Yeah.
It took forever, man. It took a lot of bullshit, but
it's worth it.
If you don't keep doing it and you're going to fail a million times.
Totally.
A lot of people don't even know this, but the last, I think it was 2 years, My Hands to War was a band. We made no money. And when we broke up, we actually were going to get paid. And I was like, you keep it. Like, what the fuck do we need it for? What an ironic turn of fate. Like, we sold out the venue and we were actually made good money for once.
Y'all's like going away show? Yeah. Holy shit.
And it was just like, I don't think we need it.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure we're done. And we were for like 4 years.
Yeah.
And then we wrote in secret for a year.
And you're better for it.
100% better for it.
It's called a hiatus.
Yeah. It has to be called a hiatus because we got back together.
Totally.
Yeah. But I don't like that term because Thrice was like, we're going on hiatus. I was like,
bye.
Bye.
See you
okay,
again.
what the fuck? And then they did.
It's like an open ending.
Whatever.
That's
like Kisses on their last world tour. Yeah, okay.
Kiss.
Whatever. What the fuck ever. But so you're a vocalist.
I am.
And a guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel the same. Trust me,
people
we're in the
say
same.
that.
Yeah, we're in the same. But I'm a rhythm guitar player.
Yeah.
I'm not a. I have to specify rhythm because people then think, "Oh, play this one song," and I'm like, "Look, bitch, that's
got a metronome."
Yeah, that shit's all over the place. My hands know 1-3-3 and 4-7-7. Shut
That's
up.
So funny.
So, but as far as singing, we haven't really touched on a lot of singing. I need to get you back in here with Todd and my buddy Sean. We're gonna do a singer episode.
Ooh.
Because, but just to kind of touch on it a little bit, any aspiring singers that might be listening to this or anybody who struggles, I know, dude, I just started doing vocal warm-ups, and I've been singing since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
My mom thought I was either going to be an architect or a singer when I was a little kid. I sang to everything, and I don't have a terrible voice. I don't think it's the best, but I've definitely graduated to like yelling a lot.
Oh yeah.
The anger demons.
Yeah. Gotta get them out.
But I've switched to doing vocal warm-ups before shows. I do like a 30-minute thing.
So helpful.
And dude, it's night and day. You do like these hey-oh, and you kind of like project out, and then you hold it in until the next one, then you do it again, then you breathe in again, and you work in your diaphragm and just getting all that muscle, and you sing from down at your dick.
Yep, totally.
Ladies, that'd be your vagina.
Yeah.
You know, you sing right at the top there, right where the pants line is.
Sing from the pelvis.
Yeah, dude.
Underneath the belly button, man. That's where you, honestly, that's like in yoga too. That's where your breath should be coming from. It should be going straight down to there.
It's weird.
Fills your whole body. Straightens your back up.
Even I'll get in a hurry and I'll only have like 5 minutes and I'll just do some breathing exercises.
Yeah.
Just doing those breaths and flexing my muscles
Yeah.
down at the bottom there. Just
It just gives you body awareness.
light
man.
years, dude. Light
Yeah,
years difference.
it's-
I won't even
it's
be
different.
wore out. Like I won't even be faded after a show. I'll just be like, shit, I could do that again.
Because that's the thing is like we try to go in too hard too fast and like people don't
Yep.
view it as what it is.
Well-
But it's such a delicate instrument, man. If you can't replace strings on your vocal cords, you know what I mean? If
No,
you break a
you're
string,
done.
it's like I'm gonna be horse neck show. I'm gonna sound like shit.
Yep.
Like you got to
I'm
take
going
care
on-
of it, which I don't.
I'm going on tour in 3 weeks and I'm just like, oh fuck. Like
Dude,
every
yeah.
day
We
I'm
have-
gonna have to run this exercise like twice a day.
Absolutely.
Like when I wake up and right before the show,
Yeah.
like 10 minutes before the show, I'm gonna have to duck out and just go, well, that's just like a 30-minute exercise, so like
Right.
30 minutes before the show. But it's weird. I know you're new to the band dude thing, but
Yeah.
eventually you're gonna get popular because you're definitely gonna get popular. It's hard, man. It's hard to find 30 free minutes before a gig when everybody is there to see you.
Yeah.
It's kind of a motherfucker, really.
It's interesting. But I mean, what I really like to do is I like to about 3 or 4 hours before I'll be in my car usually, and I'll start going through my some just local warm ups and different progressions and scales and
Do you have a
stuff.
tape
And I'll
you
go,
follow?
I'll keep real low. No, honestly, I'll just pick it. I've got them in my head now. I had to do
Right.
so much in music school, but honestly, everything like that is available on YouTube. You just
Oh,
fucking
dude,
look it up.
that's how I did it. So I went to YouTube, and it's not the Zen of screaming, but it's like the art of screaming or
Yeah.
something like that.
Remember
It's a
that
girl,
Yeah, she's good.
and she follows the piano scales, and you'll
Yeah.
go like all the way up and then all the way back
Yep.
down, and you'll do
I mean,
different notes.
that's a vocal lesson. Like,
Yeah,
you can
and
get
I
it for
just
free.
I went on the rip YouTube thing, and I just ripped the audio
Pull
out
it.
and stuck it in my garage band on my
Yep.
phone, and I just hit a little button and it just plays.
Yep.
And I'll actually sitting up isn't conducive really, so I'll actually lay the seat down to try to like tighten my muscles
It's
more.
actually way harder to sing like that.
I know.
So that's great.
Yeah, I'm trying to force
Laying on your
myself.
back is a vocal exercise too.
Yeah. I'm just trying to like force all the, and I'll shoot my vocals up towards the ceiling.
Yeah.
Try like you're basically thinking of like blowing your breath and how hard can you hit the ceiling? Can you move the fabric? Can you not move it? But you're doing it with words.
My old vocal teacher was a dude that he played keyboard for the Temptations.
What the fuck?
Yeah, he's like a really well-known touring musician. He was like, "Now when you sing, he's like, make it. What you doing right now? Your mouth is open. It's like a shotgun. You need to make it like a Glock 45." And he was like, "Focus it at the wall." I was like, "All right, Ashley, sounds good."
It works
Got it
though.
right. Yeah, no, it really does.
I never even-
focus it, man, because it's wasted energy when your mouth is open.
Yes.
It's like that. All that air is escaping out that can honestly be honed in all to the middle, and you have more access here because it's not
Yep.
just like pouring out the sides, like leaking almost.
I think another good one is learn your breaths. Like kind of like yoga too. Like
Yeah.
you learn the spots in your songs. Don't just change it up every song and now you're catching a breath here and there. You got to like, okay, when I say the right before I go into like the word about, I have to get a I got to get a suck in right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's kind of weird how much timing goes into being a front man. Just your breathing.
Pedals have been a really interesting thing for me because that's something I'm like, how the fuck? It's like I'm already thinking about my breath. I'm already thinking about singing. I'm
Yes.
already thinking about playing the guitar, and I've just now got that. Now it's like now smash things with your feet in a delicate manner without messing up everything.
I actually more often than not when I'm going to the switch up to a pedal, I'll do a nose breath. I'll breathe in as I rest my nose on top of the microphone as I'm clicking the pedal.
Interesting because you can kind of
Because you can look down. Yeah. And I rest. I don't know if you do the same thing, but I rest my nose on top of the mic because I have a unidirectional, so it won't actually pick it up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I try not to breathe through my mouth like a
I kind of
Neanderthal.
smack my teeth against it
ooh.
sometimes. Not really, but I'm like right up on it, just like this, just like. I like it.
So any useful tips for
Yeah,
Kids who
thanks
might-
for saying the shit I said wasn't useful. I just
No, I mean, like,
think
I
that
mean,
just
like, for,
honestly
like,
just
school.
say
is
for
it
school,
worth it or not?
It depends on what lane you want to do. Honestly, it's always if you go to music school, you're gonna walk out a way better musician, especially if you do the work and not just like
Fuck
grind
off.
through it
Yeah.
like I did at some points. Like I could have learned guitar better in there, but honestly, I was just like I got too much on my plate. I don't want to. But I mean, it's like anything else. It's like the amount of effort you put into it is what you're going to get back, and it's just kind of how it is. Like it doesn't matter how talented you are.
Yeah.
Or like what's natural or what came to you naturally. It's you got to. The work is the only thing that makes greatness. You know.
Yeah, I agree, man.
Time.
That's what all art. Just the more you put in, the more you're going to get back.
Full circle to the tree. The only thing that makes something so beautiful is just time.
Time. Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Look at you.
Deep sport.
Fucking philosophizing.
I like to get a little woo woo.
What else you guys doing for what are you guys doing for Halloween? You coming to my Hands to War show? What are y'all doing?
On Halloween? Oh, I'll go to
It's
the
the
show.
19th.
Yeah.
It's not on Halloween. I tried, but yeah, dude, I didn't
can't
book
do
it
that.
till like 2 months before.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I fucked up. I dropped the ball on that one.
What are you going to do?
I'm dressing up like Rocco.
Like from Barco's Bone Line?
Nice.
I got a fake Rocco head.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
I'm gonna
be
do my
real
own
interesting
version
to play
now.
guitar.
Do what?
It's going to be really fun to play guitar in that.
I'm drumming,
Okay, good.
but I also sing,
Oh, yeah, that's right, man.
so I really don't know how that's going to happen.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Just
Sorry,
cut
I
a
was
hole in the
thinking like Johnny.
mouth, and you just have to position your head to where you can like speak to the microphone.
And then you can give the
What's
mouse to
Cory
Kaylee
doing? No,
later.
this is a singing coming up.
Double
Yeah.
purpose.
So grow
You ever
2 more
fucked a kangaroo
arms so you
before?
can do this.
Yeah, I'm probably going to throw that mask away as soon as the show's over. I'm not really. It's creepy as hell sitting in my room right now.
Staring.
It's got those dead eyes,
Waiting.
those dead costume eyes.
Oh, God.
It creeps me the fuck out.
Oh, man.
It haunts my dreams.
I don't know what we're going to be for Halloween. I think it's just really weird. Every year my wife's like, hey, can we be this? And it always is her being a little boy.
Right.
Why? I don't understand. She
Role
was Cartman
reversal.
a couple years ago. She wants
'cause
to be
she has
Rick
that
and
ding
Morty. And she is oh God. I don't know. She's like the sexiest woman on earth, but she wants to just be a little boy. So whatever. That's kind of why I love her. Though.
Just want to spice it up
It's
a little
probably
bit.
'cause
Underplayed. Yeah.
Yeah, just a
It's
little
probably 'cause
heat.
she's cool.
I just-
She can be like one of those girls that's like one of the guys. She
She
can hang out.
definitely is.
Yeah.
She's-
She knows how to fucking hang out with the
She
dudes.
definitely
sure.
does.
Yeah.
She's the best.
She watched the fight with us last night.
I bet
She
she
was
did, man.
into it. I
Yeah,
was
she's
like,
fucking
Super
awesome, dude.
invested, yeah.
She's hoarse today from getting
Really?
Yeah.
Screaming. That's hilarious. I know you were like, "Can we do this at 1?" And I'm like, "What? Y'all stay up late partying?"
Yeah, I
Did that fight not end till like fucking midnight?
I probably didn't until like after the antics. I'm guessing 1 because I didn't go to sleep till like 2:30.
Yeah, my friend didn't text me till 12:53.
Yeah.
The winner.
Yeah. See, I
I
mean,
was
and
like-
then the chaos ensued.
Yeah. It was
Bro, it was
wild.
wild. Woo!
Like how we brought that back around. Fucking.
That was crazy.
I wish I would have seen it now, but I was just busy.
I've seen enough memes to kind of get what happened.
Yeah, I
though.
got it.
Yeah.
Got the gist.
Well, I mean, I can't believe it, but he tapped out.
I can.
Wow.
He did that against Nate Diaz so fast.
Well, that's
he
true.
he has little.
Well, he's such an explosion, dude. Once it's over, it's
He's
over.
like, I
if
know
he
that
doesn't
I'm
get
not
him
getting
inside
outta
that
here.
explosion,
yeah,
it's
realism.
done. Yeah.
He's like how he did, but at the same time, it's like whenever he went back and fought Nate Diaz, it's like there's no like, I lost that fight. There's a depleted confidence. No, he's like, I lost and now I'm going to go win. It's
Yeah.
not like,
And then he
so
did.
it's- Yeah. So I don't think he's stressed out about not losing. If
Oh,
he's
that
supposed to come
motherfucker!
back.
He wakes up in a pot of gold, man.
That's right.
He's a
Hell
true
yeah.
leprechaun.
True.
No slight to any Irish listeners we may in now or in the future have.
I built a 100-foot rainbow to my house.
I just love the way he says "fuck." 2 O's, man. Fook. You're fucking do nothing. I will say I did watch one of the press conferences, and it's a lot better with people. There was no one in the room. They were just talking to cameras.
Oh, dude. The
It was
crowd
just
makes
weird.
it come alive.
Yeah, it was just weird. Maybe that got in his head a little bit. I don't know, man.
What are
I'm
you
excited to fuck. Huh?
I said, what are you going to do?
Watch the next one like
Yeah.
everybody else in America.
Yeah.
All 100
It's
million.
weird getting into something like this. It's like almost uncontrollable.
Yeah.
It's like, you're in the moment with them, dude.
Here's
What
what's,
is that?
I'm not
It
even a
takes you-
sports guy. You've known me long
Yeah.
enough. I don't do sports.
No.
I don't watch any sport at all.
No.
But for some reason, when that guy fights, I'm like, oh shit,
Here we go.
here we go.
The show.
O'Connor's
Yeah.
back in the saddle, dude.
show's
Yeah. Hell yeah.
The only thing I didn't give a fuck about was the boxing shit. I could have gave a shit about the.
It was fun to watch.
I mean, it was just a money grab, though.
Yeah,
It's
man.
what it was,
It's
and he.
cool.
I mean, $100 million.
I paid for it.
No, fuck.
I paid
I
for
would
the
let
fight
Floyd Mayweather punch me in the dick directly on live pay per
So
view
many
for $100
times.
million.
Oh, yeah.
over and over.
Punch it off.
100%.
Fuck, I don't need a dick for $100 million. I'll get a new dick.
That's right.
Better.
Better.
A better tip.
Superior. Yeah.
With blackjack and hookers.
But it's funny, we've been doing that for so long, like watching people fight. But
yeah.
used to,
It's
it was like
fucking-
we would get to watch the person die.
Yeah, used to.
You
They
take it
just
back to the
killed him,
Roman
yeah.
Coliseum. I've been listening to Dan Carlin, Hardcore History. Have you ever heard of that? The
Dude, I'm
podcast?
trying to get into it, but I don't have the time.
Holy shit!
I
was
want
listening
to. The one about the Genghis Khan, I keep
It's
hearing.
the best.
Yeah.
It's like
And I'm
5
fascinated.
4-hour parts.
I'm
though.
fascinated with Genghis Khan's reign and
Truly amazing.
and the guy Vlad the Impaler, Vlad.
Yeah, it's Vladimir maybe.
Dude, yeah, Vladimir. Dude, he's
I don't know.
Pennsylvania or something like
he's
that.
the
Somewhere
he's
out
the
there.
inspiration for Dracula.
Yeah.
So crazy.
The man was so violent. Have you heard of him?
I've heard some.
Dude,
things.
oh, you
Nah,
gotta
he-
get into
He
it.
made
It's
he
not-
made it to
I'm
the
not
point where
super-
nobody else would fuck with him because like, oh, we're gonna do ass to mouth on these little spears all around our fucking
No,
little
literally
town,
thousands of people
Yeah.
would be on spears through their ass
and it'd come out their house.
in town, and the people. He did one where his army went in and cut all the noses off, and he had them delivered to the king.
Yeah. He was cold blooded.
Cold blooded, the
But
most
there was,
cold blooded man in history.
I thought there was like no crime in his town or anything though because he would fuck people up so badly.
He would. Well, if you committed a crime, you were dead, and he
he
would
died.
fucking make an example of you.
Yeah.
It's like there's
You
no
did-
crime anymore. All 10 of us.
Their dead bodies are just on stakes.
Well, what's he did a crazy thing where he got exiled, and then he left. But the way he left is he turned the horseshoes backwards on his horses, so it looks like he was going to the castle, but he was actually leaving it.
Whoa.
Damn.
Well, here's the.
That's tactile.
Well, it's tactical, but also he came back later, fucked him up again, regained control, and then lost it eventually in the end.
Then he actually rode the horse out back.
Yeah. I'm Vlad, bitch.
That's how. I mean, that's the kind of savagery Genghis Khan. Like their warriors after they would win a battle, they would take some of the people and they'd put like boards across them as they're laid down, and they would sit on them and eat lunch while they're screaming and crushing underneath them.
What the fuck?
Who can eat while you're crushing a man?
That's called darkness.
It's called
It's not polite.
People think
Well,
we got it
it's-
rough.
It's like what we have the remnants of. It's like that person is not our people, so we hate them, and
Yes.
they're not a human like us.
Well-
But the interconnectivity was not a
Well,
part
we
of their
humanity
dialogue.
spent so long fucking each other up. It's in us a little bit still.
A
We're trying
little
to-
bit?
We're trying to get rid of it, but it ain't going.
Well, we
so
nerfed
great.
the fuck out of it, like UFC. Like the dude doesn't get his head chopped off at the end. That is
Right.
nice.
Or like the
Yeah.
guy I saw get his head actually squished. That can't happen anymore.
no, you can't do that.
Dude came down with a fucking knee to this guy's
Oh,
head.
brutal.
Jesus.
You can't do that shit anymore,
You could
dude.
you used to soccer kick people in the face in Pride. It's crazy.
I remember the first few
The old
were
days.
pride fights, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, violent,
Crazy.
super violent.
What I was gonna say is they were talking about. It was the Celtic Holocaust, is what the episode was about.
Jesus.
And it's really interesting. It was about Caesar and what he did to the Celtic people, the tribal people outside of Rome and like into Germany. Really, really interesting. But they were saying that they would like for crazy events for the Colosseum. It was like come and see 200 tigers and 400 giraffes do battle. They put that many in there and just like, what'll happen? We'll see. Jesus. Like that, but no exaggeration. Honestly, I think I'm underplaying a little bit. It's so crazy what the things that they would do. And in between, it was like in between and like the intermissions when people would go get food and stuff, they would have sideshows, and it was literally just people getting like
Murdered.
beheaded.
What the fuck?
That's what people wanted to watch. It
People
was like
are
those are the
insane,
fucked
dude.
up people that are like,
Yeah.
I'm sticking around for the show.
People are fucking crazy.
But we're still like that. But we don't like to talk about it, and that's why you find these people that like kill their wife and kill themselves in the middle.
Right.
You know,
Well-
we have that demon inside. You gotta say, hey, this is not. We have not grown that much.
and life sucks so fucking bad. They're
Yeah,
probably
dude.
like, yeah, sign me up for the giraffe fight.
Yeah.
Just be in the middle. I haven't eaten in 8 months, and I'm kind of tired of being here.
Just give me a leg of a giraffe if I win. I'll
That's
be
it.
super
That's it.
happy.
Oh, it's a dark. We come from some dark shit. I was listening to one. Are you familiar with the Dollop at all?
The doll. Oh yeah,
It's like a
yeah.
history
It's like the quick
podcast.
History, yeah.
it's like an hour
It's
and a
two
half or
comedians.
something. Yeah.
they're really funny.
Dave Anthony and Gareth Reynolds,
Mhm.
and they did one called "When the Cars Came." And if you ever want to fucking be mad at rich people about anything ever, go listen to that podcast. Dude, they killed more children than you would ever fucking fathom.
From like
Because roads
In
didn't used to be
factories, or-
roads. No. Roads didn't used to be roads. They used to be for
We
people.
made them out of kids or
No,
like their dead bodies?
they were for people. And when cars came around, the only people that could afford them were rich people. They'd drive them around. They wouldn't give a fuck. They just run people over, get in no trouble.
that's it, dude.
Nothing.
Children specifically?
Oh, lots and lots of children. Because children played in the streets. And if they
Sweet
were in the way, they
God.
would just run them over.
Funny fact, they invented the brush guard like a week after the car.
Right, wait.
Like, these kids keep denting my bumper.
My bumper's getting bruised. Make a bigger one, sir. Please. Thank you.
Can you put spikes on the front of mine?
Yes, I would like tires that are made of blades.
It was just proper Mad Max.
The road is more fun with children's blood in it.
Mad Max with top hats.
And little monocles and cigars.
Little fucking steam engines.
Bumpy road today.
Must be a lot of children out. I don't know. I took my windshield and spray painted it black.
Oh, shit.
That's terrible. Should we... All right, where do we go from there?
People are getting better, and that's good.
We're getting better.
We're getting
it takes
better.
time, man.
We're
I don't
very
rush
slow
anything.
learners.
I don't
Yeah.
rush anything. It takes time.
It takes
it's like
time.
the woodworking and the
It's
musicianship.
everything. Time.
It's
That's
all
what it
time.
comes back to.
We got enough of it. We're not going to see the end of it,
No.
but we got to see a good chunk.
Yeah. As long as we can affect it in a little way, that
That's
can make
it.
it a little bit better.
Make your
affect
make
the people
your
around you.
make your lyrics positive. Make
Yeah.
your fucking woodwork good. Make people
think
happy.
about shit.
Make
I mean, that's
them
the
happy
bet.
that they can fucking have it in their house.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, so I'm just like, where's my free woodwork?
Got you. I wish you knew.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I do want
Shipping
to
and
come out
handling
sometime though. I want to see it in the
Sure.
action, dude.
The shop is cool.
Yeah, I want to watch the work happen.
Coming up.
Fuck, I'll help.
Sure.
Lift a slab up or something.
Yeah.
My idea is, me and Kaylee are looking at some land right now. I'm just trying to build my own house,
Yeah.
and I want to do those. And I want to do well. And we should talk after this.
we did.
I want to do one of those where we were talking about cutting the trees into slabs.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I want as my countertops.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
all the way around.
Hell yeah.
Man.
And I don't even want cabinets. Are you like me? Are you off cabinets? I'm off of them. I want open face storage.
I like open stuff because so I got to work at the Circle Yoga Charlotte. It's where Samantha does her teacher training. It's basically what I want. It's like a yoga commune in the fucking woods in Jasper, Arkansas. Like they forage, they have these huge gardens. Like everything is,
You're speaking my fucking
perfect.
language right now.
You would love it.
I would.
But this girl that lived there, she built her own tiny house out of all reclaimed materials and slabs. It is so sick, and I was like, it really inspired me. That's why I just want to build something big.
Yeah. You should build y'all should build a medieval table out of a sequoia tree
Ooh.
where you go down the whole 100-foot length of that bitch.
Oh my god!
Sweet
Big conference table.
Could you imagine?
Hell yeah. That'd be awesome.
That would be awesome.
It'd be so tough.
Oh, it'd be the most tough thing. I mean, because you'd have to have a semi to move the fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to build it near a crane.
You have to build it in the woods where that tree was.
Where the tree
It's like,
fucking fell.
and the tree's here.
Yeah.
I'll build here.
Yeah. And there's a table here now. Thank you, nature.
Appreciate that.
Have you ever been around trees that big?
Dude, I haven't, but actually, I'm taking my first vacation in a decade.
Wow.
Well, the idea is Colorado, but I'm taking it in November, and it's the last weekend of November. It's like Thanksgiving, so I really don't know what the weather's going to be like.
Cold.
Well, if it's cold, it's fine. I love the cold, but if it's like
Detrimental.
blizzarding
Snow.
fucking
Yeah.
snow, like obviously I'm not going to go.
Yeah.
But if it's not too bad, I'm thinking maybe honestly just get in the car and drive out west and drive back. Like I have never seen New Mexico.
It's so beautiful.
I know. I hear New Mexico is just the prettiest fucking place on earth.
E-Tid's playing the Canton Room in Dallas the 28th of November.
Just go over. You're so close.
Just saying,
Drive the other 12 hours through
tickets are
Texas
20.
and you'll be in New Mexico.
The tickets are $23,
Yeah, that's a good deal.
and Turnstiles I think's on the bill with them too.
I don't. If it's every time I die, I don't care who else is on the bill.
Yeah,
unless it's
I mean,
under oath. And
The
then
68 was pretty dope with them.
68 is good.
They played really
love
well
68.
with how intense they are, and then
So much sound from two
I-
people.
well, the most sound from two. That guy's a fucking genius.
It's wild.
Anyway, I might do a whole episode on that band or that guy.
It's interesting.
He's so fucking inspirational to me.
Just yelling,
It's crazy, dude.
Yelling at the world.
Yeah, like a megaphone though. Like his
Yeah.
voice sounds like a
He's-
megaphone.
Yeah.
That's not even fake. That's what's crazy. You think, oh, he's got like an effect on or something. Then you go see him and you're like,
Dude's got gravel in his
that just
throat.
literally, yeah, he swallows rocks before he plays.
Yeah. It's all of his trauma. Just scar tissue in his throat. Just screaming about
Well,
it.
hey, speaking of fucking Josh Scoggin, dude, look what I found last night. You know who that is? You might be too young.
No.
This is Lou Chris. Okay, here's 3 of them.
Not
The 5 EP and
Ludacris?
throwing myself, Lou Chris. See, they got in trouble. They had to change it because the rapper, Lou Duh.
How dare he?
This is Norma Jean before they were Norma Jean.
What?
Yes. It's like a
I've never
Christian
heard
Deftones.
that. Oh my God.
I will. I'm gonna actually put it on my computer. I got to get it resurfaced.
send
You see,
that
it's
to
pretty
me.
fucked up. It's really old. I mean, this came from
Remember
like
when they were like CDs and stuff?
fucking.
Remember when stuff could get messed up?
Yeah, I remember when just a shelf life made them not worthy of anything.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go get them resurfaced so I can get them on my computer,
That's awesome.
and then I'm just gonna put them out there probably for the world because so many of my friends have never even heard this
I
stuff.
haven't.
Dude, it's so awesome. It's
Must
so
be.
awesome. You're gonna love it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. And so good as in it's so old sounding. You're going to be like, what fucking year was this even made? 2000.
2000.
Yeah, this is from 2000. Just this one. This is the 5 EP. And I got this at a church. It was the one across from where the village used to be. And it was a venue. There was a church and it was a venue. And I don't know why the name always escapes my brain, but I went there like every other weekend. That and
Must have been
Vino's was
before
like
my
my
time,
and
too.
downtown, the original downtown when it was a building over.
Yeah.
And I was watching with 15 other people Beloved for the first time ever.
Oh my God.
And this guy was at the CD booth. He's like, "You like this band? You should listen to this band." And I was like, "Okay," because that's what you did back then.
Yeah, absolutely.
There wasn't the fucking internet, barely existed, dude.
Here's some similar artists.
Yeah, the internet back then was a disc you put into a shitty slow time machine, and then,
It was like, hold on.
yeah,
I'm working on it.
you want to see a nipple? 3 hours.
So there's somebody that has the Lou Chris 5 EP album up on YouTube.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Check it out.
Mine's not. I mean, it's playable, but it's pretty bad.
It's not meant. I mean, it's in like a recordable CD sleeve.
It's like the involuntary remix.
Yeah, right. This skip was that a skip or part of the song? I
Tick tick
can't.
tick 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 tick.
This is very advanced. They're so beyond their time.
All right. Anything else you guys want to get into, man?
I think I'm good. Yeah.
You good? I really appreciate you guys coming, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah,
It's
thanks for
fucking had
having
a
us, brother.
great time, and I really am looking forward to y'all's growth.
Appreciate that.
Not you as a musician, obviously. I think Tribal Live's gonna do just fine. The fucking rock and roll aplenty, but also y'all's woodworking thing, dude. I really do love it.
Yeah, we'll have to bring you something next time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, dude, I love it. You guys are killing it, and anybody
brother.
who's listening, go check them out. Say it again.
HM Woodworks on Instagram, Harrington and Meyer on Etsy, and yeah, I think that's it.
That's it. Y'all don't have a maybe.
Oh, Tribal Live on SoundCloud. There's like an acoustic
There you
album up. Honestly, there will be some electric stuff on there, and
It's coming.
eventually
I've heard
it'll be
it's
on
good.
iTunes. We'll put
It's
that.
so
We'll put the
good.
full.
Use there's a DistroKid.
DistroKid.
Use DistroKid.
I've been asking people how to.
$20 a year, man, and you get
Okay.
all the proceeds, and it puts it on everything.
Okay.
You don't got to fuck with one site.
$20 a year.
$20 a year.
Whoa. See, the ones I was talking about were it was like $40 an album or $40
No,
a month.
and
or
you can put up as many albums as you want.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, DistroKid's the shit. Anybody out there, go check out Danny. Go check out Chun's. Go check out the woodworking stuff. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you. Cory.
Yep.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Chun. This has been fucking awesome.
It's been awesome,
I
man.
really-
Thanks for having
I
us.
Yeah,
brother.
thanks, man.
enjoyed
It's
it.
been fun.
And next time, I'll get you back for the vocal episode.
Absolutely,
and
please.
anything that big happens, y'all hit me up, dude. We'll talk
For
about
sure.
this shit again because
Cool.
I'm excited to see y'all's future.
Thanks, bro.
All right, everybody
brother.
out there, thanks for listening and have a good day.
I sit and try to figure it out. So do we all. We know that we doubt. The flowers we will bloom and decay. Experiences from cradle to grave. The air itself is poisoning us. soon our bodies will return to dust. 100 years to laugh, to cry, to live, to die, to experience life. When will we see, when will we learn that we're just pages in the book that'll turn sepia and fade into black? The ink runs slowly as we reach for our past. Whoa, life how it goes. Time flies like the crows that'll pick it up on. Whoa, we live and we grow and melt like the snow in the springtime. We'll turn our eyes to the next perception, the afterlife, the melted eyes, the roll of the dice, the Buddha, the Christ, the repetition, the human condition, a war and religion, a fight and forgive us for the damage we do when we don't do what we intend to. And life how it goes. Time flies like the crows. We'll pick it up on. We live and we grow and melt like the snow in the springtime.